Good evening, welcome. It's that time of week, yes. It's time for the Hungarian Grand Prix from the Hungaroring. Where else would the Hungarian Grand Prix be? 35 laps tonight, plus qualifying. We're in for a good one. Round 9. I'm kind of saying I'm getting on a bit. And so let's do the housekeeping first, shall we? And we shall look at the drivers' standings. So, after Great Britain, Connor 9 points clear in the championship. Of course, he had a bit of a stinker last week, didn't he? In Great Britain, he didn't score any points. So in second in the championship, now up one place from third is JTK with 110, just 9 points behind. Then we have Leg Schrader with 92, Tom with 91, Husky on 82, that top looking really tight. And then we've got a little gap to Petronal, who's on 69 points, and another gap to Jessek, who's on 46, Troy on 44 alongside ZX, Guereza's on 26, the Donster on 26 too. And then we get down to LD on 19, Arbon on 10, Goggy 3 and Heller on 2. And that's all our point scorers for this season. Looking at the constructors, let's see, it's the Saubers that lead the way by 3 points from the Aston Martins. Closely followed, just 9 points behind the Astons, is the McLaren team. And you have the Ferraris and Red Bulls very close, just a point between those. Then the Alpines, then the Haas's, then the Mercedes, then the Williams, and finally scoring their first point last week were the RB Racing team. So all to play for. It is a 16 race season, lots to go. Got a full lobby tonight, I think, so it's going to be a bit carnage. Yeah. There's JTK in the chat. Good evening. Hope you're well. Hungary, one of those tracks, difficult to overtake. It's all about track position. Qualifying is going to be hugely important. Might see some rain tonight. Has been known to rain near at the Hungaroring, so we'll have to see. It was quite a short track. Just waiting for everyone to lobby up right now. We've got 15 in already. Good numbers, nice and early. So let's take this opportunity to say you can subscribe to the channel here on Twitch. The link will be somewhere down below. It'd be great if you could follow the channel. Give us a share if you can. Let's take a couple of seconds to do that. That'd be fantastic. We at the International Racing Series would hugely appreciate that. So Bobo in the chat. How you doing? In the house tonight, Well, how you doing? And you ready for a good race around Hungary? Do you like Hungary? So it's actually, it's definitely top 3 best tracks to race, in my opinion. On the game, big fan. Some people have said that it's like Monaco without walls. And the ABS off. Ooh. It's tough to start, but you'll be so much quicker when you've like fully mastered it. It took me a while, but yeah, well worth it. Yeah, I'm glad other people like Hungary, not just me. It's such a, it's one of those tracks, you know, if you just switch off for just the tiniest little bit, you can make a mistake, and a big mistake too. So 16 in, probably waiting on the usual suspects. Just getting myself comfortable. 17 now. Been looking forward to this all week, especially after last week's British Grand Prix was absolutely phenomenal. Really, it was a great watch. So we should be in for another good one tonight. JTK very close to Connor. JTK our current world champion, so looking to close that gap. Connor's not had the greatest run in terms of results recently, so we'll be looking to put that right tonight for sure. Just 1 minute to go, and we will be underway. Portugal's one of my favourites, actually. It never gets really put in rotation in terms of in the calendar, but I really like Portugal. I think it's got a nice balance of everything. Good elevation changes. It's in some places it's really technical, in others it's really fast sweeping, and yeah, I really enjoy racing at Portugal. There's not many tracks that I actually dislike. As a commentator, I don't like commentating on Singapore. I'll make no... I'll not tell you any lies about that. It's not... That is probably the worst race to commentate on. You can still have a lot of good moments and stuff, but it's just... You don't really see many overtakes. That's always a bit awkward there. Anyway, everybody's readying up. And we will be going straight into qualifying. Here we go then. Wait for that load screen and then we'll be ready to go. Here we are. Looks okay, the weather. Looks, whoops, track map. You can only see a tiny bit of the sky, but it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I'm thinking that. Let's hope for... We don't want... Not here anyway, we don't want any dodgy weather. If it is going to rain, just let it be like a little bit at the end of the race, just to, if it's going to make things interesting. Here comes a Red Bull. I think that's Elmo out straight away. No messing. There's my cat. Hi, Tails. What's up? I'm going to sit there. He's going to come and co-commentate, I think. Yeah. Say hello. Well, here we go. Elmo is not actually the first out. I think he was first out of his garage, to be fair. But the Alpines got out quicker because they're the far end of the garage. I'll put the quick lap in. You see, off the grid out already, including our championship leader. Here we go. We're on board with Petronal. It's over the start-finish line. This is the only DRS point on the lap. It's a double DRS zone. So down to the end of the first straight. Tight right-hand there, awkward, but then you've got DRS again, should you have had it in the first section. And long left-hander, followed by a quick right-hander. Can use a bit more track than that if you want, although it is very easy to incur track limits here. That's very nice. Uphill round the right-hander, careful, especially on the inside, that curb you can go spinning into the chicane, into the left-right, more tough corners. Yeah, don't need to overdo it there, and again, another left-right, I wouldn't really call them chicanes. They're quite a bit far apart to be chicanes. Then into the 90-degree right hand, into the left hand hairpin. Again, having to be careful on the inside. And we've got the right hand hairpin into the finish. Start finish line is quite early on here. And that's going to be a 114.6. Let's see what Connor's doing. About to come around the last corner. 114.9 for Gareza. A 114.2 for Connor. Very good lap. There's Jessek, who's invalidated. Goggy coming around the last corner now. Let's see what sort of time we get. We get a 114.207, quicker than Connor. On board with the fan favourites, the Aston Martins, is Leg Schrader. Of course, big news coming out of Aston Martin today, confirmed. Adrian Newey will be designing a new car. That's huge news for them. I would assume that Lawrence Stroll kidnapped his family and decided that to hold them ransom. Ben Huskins with a 114.1 in the Ferrari. Leg Trader with 114.6. Who else we got around? The Donster with a 114.9. Gareza 114.9. Liam with a 15 dead. Tom putting in a nice 114.4 there. And JTK's on an outlap, so we'll oh, he's only just come out though, so we'll go down to the second Aston Martin driver. That's ZX. It's a 114.8, couple of tenths slower than his teammate. A banker of a lap in though. There's Jessex as well in Sector 3. See a lot of people finishing their laps off right now. And Jessex will put in a 114.3. That's 4th position at the minute. Not a bad lap at all. Elmo on a fast lap here in Sector 2. The chicane. We've got these awkward left rights here. Nice for using all of the track. Be very careful with the curbs. Not quite risking it all there. See that second right-hander. Although that's kind of normal. Let's actually go up to JTK then, who's just going around corner 1, and see what sort of lap we're going to get. 114.1 is the target. Elmo putting a 114.9 there. It's a tough one, it's a tough target. There you go, look at that, nicely done. Not wanting to touch the curb on the inside. Purple sector 1 by the way for JTK. Into the chicane, taking as much of it out of the equation as he can. Pretty good so far. Purple sector 2 a 52.7 through 2 sectors. That's a decent time, I think. Careful through these last 2 corners. Sometimes you can think the worst is over and relax and get these wrong. Well, that's a 113.8 from JTK. That is a huge marker he's set down. And that's going to be very difficult to for a lot of people to beat here. A 113.8, first guy to go under 114 too. We're on board with Hella High, the owner of the league, the boss man. Back this week in his Mercedes alongside regular teammate in the Donster. On and out lap 2. Heller will finish his lap first, then we can jump over to Connor. Still got Troy and Bobo not put in a lap yet. So they need to get out at some point, of course. Got a slight lock up there around the left-hand hairpin. But into the final corner. 1:15.5 for Heller. A good warm-up lap that, really. He's got time for a full one where, you know, just go for it. And here comes Connor over the line to start his next fast lap. Just to avoid the traffic. Said before, cannot make any mistakes here at the Hungary ring. I'll try and say that again. The Hungaro ring, easy for me to say. But yeah, it's one of those that the tiniest error, it can cost you a lot. Not taking quite as much corner there as JTK, although it was a purple sector 1. So looking pretty good. 52.7, I believe the sector 2 split time was. So you can compare the two once Connor gets to the end of this sector. It's a 52.66. It's going to make things very close if he has a good sector 3. Nice and courteous there, the Aston Martin letting him through. What we like to see. So let's have a look. Coming across the line with a 1:13.7. That's exactly 500ths quicker than JTK. That is a very nice lap. As Ben starts his second fast lap of the day. So the markers have been set down. Liam Doherty puts in a 1:14.0 in the Ferrari. And that's been good enough to put him into third position. Ben with a very, very quick sector 1. This looks very, very smooth. So 52.6 was Connor's time through 2 sectors. 52.5 as it stands. Get sector 3 right here. This could be a massive lap. I mentioned before, track position so important. And there's Troy with a 1:14 dead going into 4th position. Oh, and the adjustment there. Is that going to cost him? It's going to cost him slightly and probably cost him provisional pole, but still got time to go again. A 1:13.7, that's 0.012 slower than Connor. That's a great lap. With Leg Schrader looking to improve. Seeing a lot of improved times by everyone right now. Tom is on his way around. I think he's going to put his next fast lap in. Yep, good enough for 6th, a 1:14.1. And Leg Schrader with a 1:14.3. He's going to move up, but not by as much as I thought he might. No, ZX is down in his time. See, through 2 sectors. So this won't be the one for him. JTK is on a fast lap. He's just gone round turn 1. His long left-hander, and you've got the sweeping right-hander. See how much track he uses. Let's see the split time too. Not a purple sector 1, up on his own time. All he can be at the moment. Keep improving. Not sure about that run through the hairpin. Oh, definitely not sure about that. That's going to slow him down loads. Just about managed to keep the car underneath him. And yeah, as you can see, I mean, he's up on his time. I think he's lost time there as well. I'm quite surprised. Got time for another run still. 1:13.7.09 is the fastest lap we've had so far from JTK, and as I say, I'm surprised he's managed that, and I think he's got more time in him. He almost lost the car there. He had to do some real big adjustments. This is the Donster towards the end of sector 1 here for the Donster. Nicely done. Very smooth, not cutting as much as other people seem to be on that chicane. See how that affects his lap time. Kind of going for another out lap here. The Donster's decided to come in. Not happy with that, so got time to get back out again. Elmo's up, and see there how much. No, he's down. Oh my word! So let's get on board with Connor then, who will be starting his fast lap momentarily. He's going to be one of the first out to do the fast lap. He might do two out laps here. It doesn't look like it. It looks like he's actually going for it. You can see his IRS. Getting absolutely battered down that straight. And Connor sometimes does like to, especially on the last run, in 2 laps, to burn off as much fuel as possible. Not today, not by the looks of it. Actually missed his sector 1 time there. So yeah, that looks a lot smoother than what JTK did through there. That's why I think JTK's got at least a 10th also. That's a purple sector 2, that's a big time, that is a 52.4. Good sector 3 here, could make the difference. I don't know, is JTK going to come out? I assume he will. A 1:13.4. That is a big difference there. That could well be the pole time. We'll have to see. Looks like JTK's just coming out now, so left it as late as possible. And Liam's backed off, going to do another lap. Right on board with Troy in the Sauber, currently in 6th position. I think Connor will be happy with that. A 1:13.4. It's going to put pressure on the rest of the front runners there. That is a big time. And of course, as you see in the race, it's very high tyre degradation around here. Very easy to overheat the tyres, so you've got to be careful. Troy's allegedly gone purple here, although I'm not sure that's true. It does look like a good lap though, it looks like he's improving. He might be able to get sub 1:14, we'll see. 1:13.8, that has moved up to 4th position. That's a very good time. I wasn't sure. There's JTK then, starting the lap off. It's the last one round. Goggy has retired from the session at 1:14.2. Not a bad time. Only good enough for ninth though. And Pro Striker has decided he's had enough. The JTK is going to be the last round. Connor's finished. Got a few finished now. Liam, the Donster, Gareza, Patrono, Elmo and Hella all finished. Still got some more to come. Purple Sector 2 for JTK. Is going to be enough. Yeah, a little toe from the Sauber of Tom here as well. Could be beneficial. And he has. It's a 1:13.387. That is pole position as it stands, provisionally on pole. Ben won't be doing any improvement here. So it's just on the Aston Martins. Leg Trader is invalidated and ZX is coming into the pits. So there you go. Pole position for JTK. What a lap that was. Takes it at the last second from Connor. The whole front row of the two guys that were battling last season for the title and the season before. So this is a really good front row. We'll see how each one of those starts. We've got a second row of Ben in the Ferrari, then Jessek in the Haas. In fifth position, Troy, sixth, Liam. Seventh, Tom, eighth, the Donster. Blue Goggy in ninth, Gareza 10th. Right in front of his teammate Patrono in 11th, 12th and 13th for the Aston Martins. Bobo will start 14th in front of Elmo, Hella, and then Pro Striker will be at the back of the grid. I don't know who we're waiting on here. We've got 45 seconds to finish whatever they're doing. Yeah, everyone looks. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so what a grid that is, and what a lap at the end there from JTK to take first position. Gets that pole, not by much, and it's quite difficult to gap here for DRS. So, it's going to be interesting to see how we get on in the race. So, clear skies so far for the race. That bodes well. We don't like to see wet weather if possible. I'm just going to pour myself a quick drink before everybody gets started. People will be choosing their fuel load and their strategy. High downforce here at Hungary. And as I mentioned before, high tyre wear too. Very important to manage those tyres, but equally as important to get that strategy right. It can be a bit hit and miss. You need a bit of luck to get it perfect, but if you do, it can be massively beneficial. So here we go. We're getting ready. Here we go with the formation lap, so that gives us time just to have a look at the tyres and the situation. So JTK's gone on hards, Troy's gone on the hard compound. Everybody else has started on mediums. This will be beneficial for JTK if he can keep Connor behind him. However, if there is a safety car with less than half of the race gone, JTK could be in trouble, because the others will switch to hards, stay on the hard tyre until the end if they can. JTK will have to switch to a medium compound, and that could be crucial. Been a great season so far, as shown in the drivers and constructors standings. Very, very close. There's possible race strategies. Well, I kind of don't see a medium hard up two-stopper. I'd be quite surprised at that. Although tyre deg is going to be quite high. Well, very high. So you never know. Guess we'll see. And we'll have to see what happens in terms of DNFs and possible safety cars, as the Donster and Gureza are both disqualified and move back to the grid. It's going to be a disadvantage for them. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, not great. Get on board with Ben ready for the start. You can see just slowly moving toward his pit box. Wants to get as close as possible. There you go. JTK went too far on his pit box there, which means Connor's going to be closer from the start. And it's lights out. We're underway. That's a great start from Ben. Side by side with Connor. JTK actually got away really well there. I think Connor had a bit of a stuttering start. As Ben moves up to second, as you can see, 2-3 wide through turn one. Ben has managed to take second position from Connor. Everyone just positioning themselves right now. Liam in the Ferrari in fourth, Jesek in fifth. Everybody's just really close, as expected. ZX up into 15th position. Didn't have a great start there. Oh, look at that. Oh, JTK's ran really wide. He's took out one of the sponsor boards. I think he ended up on those sausage curbs there. Down into third position. So Ben is going to lead the race from Connor. JTK in third position. It's not the way he would have wanted to go down into third. No chance of defending on the hard tyre. It's going to be at a performance disadvantage for a while due to these mediums being the better tyre over a shorter length of time. As you can see, DRS all the way down to the back of the grid. Ben qualified third. He had a really good start, and he managed to take Connor on turn one, and JTK made a mistake going up the hill on the long right hander, and so Ben is now our race leader. Love to see it. DRS enabled, but you won't get it this lap, but you have to wait until the next lap because of where it's positioned. You might get like right at the end of this lap. Basically, it's gonna kick in. Yeah, lovely stuff from the Ferrari driver here. You see, looks very good. We'll move down to. Well, you can go all the way down. Let's just check out Leg Strader. Go on board with Leg. Lance Strader, as he's affectionately known in some parts. As I say, the fan favourites, the Aston Martins. We all want them to win that constructors title. They've been so close on a number of occasions. Here we go. Fast laps, left, right, and centre. JTK putting a fast lap. That's good news for him. Connor up to first. Sorry. You see, Leg Trader can't get close because of the DRS. Back up to the front then. We'll ride on board with JTK. Gives us a perfect view of the front two. That DRS coming in handy for Connor there down the start-finish straight. See, that was a corner that AMS made a mistake on. He's managed to not do it this lap. He's very good. He's very good, very quick learning from his mistakes. You won't see him make those mistakes very often, and when he does, he's very quick at adjusting and making sure he doesn't do it again. So there we go. DRS will be enabled. Let's see if Ben can close that gap. 6/10, by the way. You'll see it come tumbling down. There we go. Everybody very, very close to each other. JTK is getting really close. You see these behind JTK right now, side by side. Jessic looking to go down the inside on Liam. Not going to be any room there. Almost a touch through the chicane. Just got to be careful. It looks like Ben might be holding JTK up ever so slightly. Lots of action all over the place. Difficult to follow right now. And as you can see, JTK having a cheeky little look. Let's get back on with JTK. You see Ben with a big lock up. As you know, he's going to be close. 7/10 though, and that's going to be a difficult gap to close down this straight. You will close it because of somewhat because of DRS, but yeah, he's not going to be able to get really close there. Elmo with the first time penalty of the day. Double DRS doing no favours. Let's get out Blue Goggy down to 11th, and he's in trouble here, down to 14th. Let's have a look. Does he have damage? Doesn't look like it. Just went for a little detour there, I guess. There's Bobo alongside ZX. Gonna have to pull out here. There's not enough room for two. Yep, nicely done. Nice clean race in there from the guys. X-Raider down into 13th. ZX up to 11th. It's a pretty decent showing from ZX after not the greatest qualifying. He didn't have the best start to the race either, but yeah, very nice. It's Ben almost 8/10 behind now. Until he's out of DRS range, it's going to be difficult to pass for JTK, and that's going to give more of an advantage to Connor. There we go. Tom looking to close the gap. He is closing the gap on Jessic. JTK does go through there. I don't think you saw that. He's gone through on Ben. So time for JTK to try and catch Connor. And there's a 3-second penalty for hella high for multiple warnings. That will be track limit warnings. As I mentioned during qualifying, it's quite easy to do around here. It's not overly surprising. As we are on lap 6. The mediums should be running well. The hardtails will be doing good still, obviously. And we've still got a full complement of 17 drivers here. I don't know for how long, but it's good to see. JTK's rapidly closed that gap down to about 4/10. We've got cars going side by side. It's this group really. Ben's just dropping off from JTK now. Let's see what JTK can do down the start-finish straight. As Troy's just overtaken Tom, his teammate. Now, not getting close enough this lap. I think Connor's doing a good job of controlling the pace, to be fair. So the front 7, all within DRS range of each other. As Jessic has to go on. I will go to to pass Liam, but isn't able to. I think JTK needs to get about 3.5 tenths behind Connor going into that DRS zone on the start-finish straight, and he will have a good look, because the tyre compounds could be making a difference right now. Difficult to say, as Ben receives 3 seconds for multiple warnings. That's a costly 3 seconds right now. That's put him down into 7th position. Should the race end right now and they add 3 seconds onto his time, he would be in 7th position. Here we go, JTK very close. It's good to see. I think he will have a go this lap. Connor with a big snap there of oversteer. This means JTK is going to have a chance to get through. He has got through, nice and clean, nice and easy. And don't forget, he's going to have DRS just around this first corner, so a chance to pull away slightly. Won't be able to gap Connor at all and get out of DRS range at this point, but a good job there. Jacek again trying to attack Troy now, not able to get through. We saw Pro Striker there get 3 seconds for multiple warnings too. A lot of people locking up the front right going up the hill on the long right-hander. There's just a 7-car procession at the moment. Oh, procession's not quite the right word actually, because they have been battling and trying to overtake. Tom at the back of this pack has ran wide there, very wide. Be careful, and Ben's got to be careful here, because he could drop out of DRS range, and if he does, he's susceptible to be attacked by, firstly, his teammate in the Ferrari. We'll see, will that wing open? No, it won't. So he's got no DRS. Expect him to let his teammate through and not defend too hard. But Troy's managed to get through as well. That was, yeah, not having DRS there was very costly for Ben. And Troy's managed to get it up into 3rd position. He's gone through on Liam too, so very nice there from Troy. From 5th to 3rd in the space of a corner and one straight is a great move. You can see the snaps of oversteer here. Troy 1.8 back from Connor, so you know this gap it's going to be harmful for him. He's got to get as much of a gap between himself and Liam as possible, so he doesn't get overtaken because of DRS. He's not closed the gap really on Connor. Connor now is outside of DRS range, so it's going to be tough. I think Troy's done a good job there. Liam's come into the pits. That's quite an early pit stop. Is he looking to go 25 laps on the on those tyres? Yeah, he's moved on to the hard tyre, I think. Let's just check. Yeah, so very early pit stop at the end of lap 10 out of 35 laps. That's quite surprising. That's opened up a gap as well between Troy and Jess. Oh, that's a bit of an error there from Ben. He's done well, to be fair, to keep that car pointed in the right direction. Caution in sector 2. I think it's the Dunster. He's still going though. Gap's starting to form here. Troy's managed to get within the DRS of Connor, which is in and of itself quite impressive, but it's going to be a big advantage because you can increase that gap on Jacek in 4th. And the other Ferrari coming in now of Ben Huskins. Now, these are quite early stops. It looks like Connor's coming too. Very, very early stops, all onto the hard tyre, of course. This is going to be their only stop. It's just kind of surprising that they're coming in this early. I know the degradation is bad, or is high, not particularly bad. It's not bad or good, but yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. You see, the Astons have stayed out. Jessup gets 3 seconds for multiple warnings. That's I'll say that's pretty devastating, because it means in the event of a safety car, you're gonna, that 3 seconds is gonna hurt. And even if there isn't a safety car, it won't hurt as much because people will be more spaced out. But still, you don't want it. You'd rather not have it, of course. And Pro Striker is out, but he's in the pits, so we're okay. No shenanigans there. Liam with 3 seconds. Of course, multiple warnings again. That'll be track limit warnings. Connor with 3 seconds. That could be a big one. That could be a huge one. Jessup's in the pits. Elmo with 3 seconds. Everybody taking penalties right now. We're riding on board with ZX, who's pretty close to a teammate, who is very close to Bowell. Rather surprising that. This early on in the race too, quite a few penalties, time penalties being handed out. So we'll have to see how that affects the race. Let's check Connor out then with his 3 seconds right behind Liam. Of course, JTK hasn't pitted yet on those hard tyres. We're looking to take them as far as possible, obviously, and we'll see. Connor really trying to chase Liam down here. Ben through on Heller, 2.6 behind Connor. ZX and Leg Trader are coming up to the start-finish straight. Neither have pitted in. On the medium compound, 13 laps old. Gareza is in the pits. Liam's put in the fastest lap of the race. Do I remember where Liam qualified? Quite high up. The Ferraris were 3rd and 4th, maybe. They were quite high in the standings. Top 6, definitely, but not front row. So anywhere between 3rd and 6th. And I managed to pass Liam there, and you can see he's closing the gap on the Aston Martins. Ooh, whoa. Leg Trader almost taking his teammate out there. We've seen teammates collide before here at Hungary. Connor's going to try and outbrake ZX. Goes down the inside. That is a nice pass. Now going to try and do the same with Leg Trader. Leg Trader unable to defend. Got to leave enough room. Which lets Connor through. Up into 5th position now, Connor. Aston Martin's still out. As you see, Liam is going to go. Yeah, he's gone through on Leg Trader. Tom in the pits. So Connor moves up again. He's going to move up to 3rd now as he overtakes Bowell. And those fresher hard tyres, he's going to have the traction, and he does. And as we see, also Liam. He's out there into 4th position. Both have those time penalties though. And that could be a big advantage for JTK. Himself and Troy, the 2 hard runners to start with, are now still out. 14 laps gone, not surprising. It's going to make for an interesting race strategically, this. Ben is closing the gap now on the Astons. These are one of the few that haven't pitted yet. We can take a look. So just 6 cars left to pit, and the 2 leaders, we've got 4 there as Ben goes through on ZX, yet to pit off the mediums, trying to take them as long as possible, which I understand, you know, you want to try and do that, but oh, ZX is really struggling, comes into the pits. Egg Trader stayed out, but he's in big trouble here. He's in big trouble. Ben's going to look to try and take him. He's not going to quite be able to get through. Oh, he is. He's gone down the inside. That could be bad for Leg Trader because now the Haas of Jessek has managed to get through too. And Leg Trader missing out there. Up at the top there in 3rd position, Connor is managing to close the gap on JTK, and he will do. He will continue to close that gap because he's on the same compound of tyres, but he's going to be, let's have a look just quickly, 10 laps fresher, so he's going to be quicker. The question is whether JTK can, when he pits in, which inevitably he will, is he going to be able to, when he comes out on the mediums, I assume, is he going to be able to catch and then overtake those in front of him? Well, we'll wait and see for that. Here comes Jesset. DRS enabled. Looking to get through on Ben. He's going to go down the inside. That's quite an easy pass there. Tom has put in the fastest lap of the race with a 1:16.7. Impressive stuff. As Guresa goes through on Goggy, Petroda also goes through on Heller. I'm losing my voice, which is great news for you guys. There's Liam in the Ferrari. Let's get on board with Liam. Not too far behind Connor. Connor, Liam, Jessic and Ben all have 3-second time penalties. And Heller's now at 6 alongside Elmo. The track limits are very harsh here. I did mention this. Tom's got through on on Leg Schrader. Let's just check these tyres again. Leg Schrader yet to come in. He's going to be the last to pit off of the medium tyre. Losing a lot of time. Unless he's going for an alternate strategy of medium soft, which I kind of don't think he is. Ben trying to get close to Jessek. Liam's not got close enough. I don't think Ben's going to be able to get close enough to make the pass. Although he will have DRS here. He's got to have a good exit though. Not enough. Not a good enough exit. We've got a Mercedes there. Just struggling a little bit. That could be Heller. Got down to the Donster. You can see getting close. This is the battle for 13th. Bobo's going to take the inside line. He's got to leave enough space for the Donster. Oh, a little touch. Just a little accidental touch there. Donster takes the position. Is he going to be able to hold it though? That is the question. Yeah, he is. That's well done there. That could have gone a lot worse, especially that little touch. But no, they were both pretty reasonable and they were clean. So well done to both of them there, and obviously well done to the Donster for getting through. So we're looking at their battle for 3rd position. They've managed to pull out quite a good gap over Jessek and Ben here, of Connor and Liam. But look at how close Troy still is to JTK. If this strategy is viable and it does work, Troy has got a real good chance of winning the race, but it's whether, I'm not sure whether going hard medium was the right call. We're only speculating. We'll have to see. I think in a couple of laps we'll see these come in, and this could do with a safety car around lap 20 as to minimise the time lost. Of course, for those other people that kind of don't know, but when a safety car comes out, you are limited with your top speed. Same under a virtual safety car, although to a lesser extent. So if you take a pit while the safety car is out, because the top speed on track is limited, you'll have a distinct advantage and lose less time in the pits. But this pit lane is kind of the polar opposite of Great Britain last week as well, of course. It was a massively long pit lane with a stupidly low speed limit, losing 42 seconds per pit stop under normal conditions. I'm impressed there. Troy has really stayed on the back of JTK, doing a great job for the Sauber team and for himself, of course. Connor's managed to just break that 1 second gap to Liam, give him a little bit of breathing room. Ben is the closest, in just 3-4 tenths back on Jesek. Right on board with Troy, and we can see JTK just down the road there. Just to see when these guys pit in. That will be the that'll be the big thing, the big moment when they come in. So they're going to stay out, and that's not surprising right now. We'll move on to lap 20. DRS for Troy, which is just going to keep him. It's going to keep JTK honest as well. That. Let's go down to Ben, who's about to come around this corner. Yeah. Let's see what he can do with this DRS. He's going to be able to close the gap. Don't think he's going to get close enough to pass though. No, not quite. Needs to be a tenth, 2 tenths closer. Bobo with 3 seconds there for multiple warnings, although past this leg trader in the start-finish straight. There's a 3-way battle going on there, I think, between Bobo, the Donster and Leg Trader. Let's check that out. Leg Trader's just dropped back a little bit there. Hopefully he doesn't have any damage. He's out of DRS range, and the Donster now in 13th, looking to move up into 12th. Back up to Ben then, and this fight with Jesek. Although, actually, let's go up to Troy, who's really close now. And JTK has pitted in at the end of lap 20. I expect him to lose positions. It just depends how many and how far down he ends up. So a new race leader is Troy. JTK making his way out of the pits, down into 6th position. Tom gets past it. Tom's going to go through. So 7th position for JTK. It's not a million miles away. Let's say that. But he's going to have to get a move on. He's got 15 racing laps to make those positions back. He's on a fresh medium tyre compared to the now fairly used hard tyres that he has in front of him. We'll see what sort of moves he's going to make. So he's got to get past Tom first in the Sauber in 6th position. I'd imagine Troy's going to come in at any point now as well. The longer he stays out, he's going to be losing more time. So those behind him, Connor only 7.5 seconds back from Troy. So Troy has come into the pits. Connor moves into 1st position, regains 1st position. Here comes JTK. DRS enabled. There we go. You see just behind there. I think the Troy in the Sauber has just come out just behind his teammate. Stick with JTK and see that if he can get on the back of these in front of him. He looks to be closing the gap very quickly. 3 seconds for Elmo, now 9 seconds. It's a very easy track to incur track limit penalties. So not surprised at all. Took off a second out of the gap already. Is he going to be able to get within DRS range? He's almost gapped Tom in terms of DRS behind him. I don't think he's quite... Oh, he might actually. I was going to say he might not quite make it into DRS, but I think it's going to be close. He looks to be within a second. If he gets that DRS on those fresher tyres. Got cars lined up in front of him here for the taking. It's going to be a little bit more difficult just because they've got DRS too. But he puts the fastest lap of the race in. I think that's a lapped car there. That'll be Elmo's lapped car in there as well. Now here we go. Now he's on the back of Ben and Jacek. And the guys in front of him, all four in front of him, have 3 second time penalties. So should he be able to avoid that, avoid getting penalties himself, he is at a massive advantage. But no, there we go, 3 seconds for JTK. The commentator's curse strikes again. And yeah, so that means, it just means that everybody's even at the front right now. Everybody's got 3 seconds. Quite an easy pass on Ben there from JTK. Gives him a really good spot right behind Jacek. And then he's going to be 4 seconds back from Liam. Total of about 7 seconds behind Connor. With just 12 racing laps to go. It's going to be close. I think it depends on how quickly he closes the gap here to Liam. You can see a bit of a DRS train being formed behind JTK. I don't think it'll be there for long, or I wouldn't imagine so. You would think that JTK has the pace, he has the tyres just to pull away now. Well, these guys behind him aren't exactly slouchers, are they? So gap to 2.9, 2.7. Oh, he's really catching up now. Look at that, down to 2.4. It's not going to be long before he's within striking distance. Jacek now moves out of DRS range of JTK, which is going to leave him open to being attacked down the start-finish straight. Don't think JTK is going to be able to get within DRS yet. Troy looking on the outside. Good line through here, and he's going to have DRS. That's going to be quite an easy pass for Troy. Troy, of course, the other guy on the medium tyre. So if you can get a move on, he got through Ben, past Ben there. He's got Jacek to come. He's definitely with a shout. If he can keep this good pace up, because he's the only one of the top 6 right now without a time penalty. Actually, I think he's having a go here. He's got to pull out, surely. Yeah. You can't send it there. He's definitely faster. I think he might have a look in the chicane, try and brake late. He has. There's been a touch. And Jacek's lost out a little bit there. Not sure anything illegal happened there. I think Troy had a right to attack, and Jacek had a right to defend, to be fair. What that has done is put Ben and Tom right on the back of Jacek. As Tom goes through, actually. Down through the right-hander. Back up to JTK anyway. And now within DRS of Liam in 2nd position. Let's see what sort of exit he had. Very, very quick. He's looking. Not going to risk it, I don't think. Needs to get a move on. Connor is pulling away. Got a caution in sector 3. That's a McLaren, I believe. JTK takes it down the inside there. Nice pass. Now Here's where the pressure is. It's to get close enough to Connor and make the pass as well. The Mercedes is still going, whoever that was. I'm gonna say probably Heller. That's a guess, an educated one. Liam's gonna have to try and stay within DRS range for as long as possible, so Troy doesn't get through. You see the battle here between Troy, Jacek, Tom, and Ben for fourth position at the minute. Troy is pulling away ever so slightly. He needs to try and get out of the DRS range before the end of this lap. Don't think he's going to quite make it. No, it doesn't look like it. I think Jacek might be in a bit of trouble here. Depends on the exit that Tom has. Well, Jacek will have DRS as well, so it might just be enough. But no, Tom has come screaming down that back straight. And, and almost lost control. Managed to stay in front though. So, well done there from Tom. These tyres, are they struggling? Are the hard tyres? Is he having a hard time? No pun intended. And, Blue Dog has gone through on ZX, lost the position again. And Donster takes 3 seconds now for multiple track limit warnings. Gap down to 3.8. We've got a safety car. Oh, incredible stuff. A full safety car this late on in the race. Surely people are going to come in and make this a sprint race till the end. Soft tyres on. Let's get up to the front. Let's see what Connor's going to do. Yeah, he's coming into the pits. I'd imagine it's going to be soft tyres for everyone that comes in. Some people aren't coming in, which I'm kind of surprised about. Oh, I think they're unlapping themselves, so that, okay. But Liam up to second, but not for long yet. All these guys pitting in. Let's check the tyres out. So Connor and JTK have gone on soft tyres here. Troy has also gone on softs. Jacek on soft. Liam on the mediums. I don't know whether he hasn't got a fresh set of softs or what. Ben and Tom and Gareza are all going on medium tyres too. Don't have much confidence in the soft tyre. Everyone else coming in as well, so we can check this out. ZX on the mediums, Patrono on the softs, Goggy on the softs, Bobo on the softs. I've just got the guys at the back. I'm not sure if they're going to come in or not. They've got to unlap themselves. Well, they've got to get round. They've unlapped themselves, I think, just about. But yeah, this is going to make for an interesting finish now. It's going to be a sprint to the finish. You see JTK currently with the fast lap by quite a way as well. He's the only person that's managed to go under 1:16 this race. That could all change. That could all change with this last stint. Also, as I mentioned, those 3-second penalties were going to harm people. Troy doesn't have any penalties. He's in a super position here to win this race. He needs to get past Liam as quickly as possible, being on the soft tyres. And then all he has to do is stick on the back of JTK and Connor, and in this race has won for him. And that sounds easier than it actually is, though. You know, there's one thing getting past Liam, that's difficult enough. Liam's no slouch. And then, of course, you have the problem of sticking on the back of Connor and JTK. I'm kind of surprised Liam did go on the mediums. He must not have any soft tyres, because if he did, surely he would have gone on. think it depends on how far back these Mercedes are. Maybe the safety car stays out another lap. Maybe it doesn't. It's quite hard to predict sometimes. If you have one getting the tyres up to temp, especially Liam on those mediums. It'll take a little bit more work to get them up to full temperature. Connor at the front. Very interested to see what Troy can do here. If Troy can get this moving and get on his bike, so to speak, not literally, that wouldn't be any use against a Formula 1 car, but if he can get close, get past Liam quickly, he does stand a big chance here of winning this race. Tom, another one. If he can, he could possibly jump a couple of positions just on the basis that he doesn't have any penalties. Yeah, the safety car is going to stay out for at least one more lap. And these guys should need to remember, there is a 10 car length rule enforced. You don't have to be right on the back of the guy in front, especially not at this stage, I don't think, where you know that that you've got almost a full lap to go before the safety car comes in, at least. So no need to close the gap right now. Just give yourself enough room that you're not going to go into the back of anyone. We don't really see that in this division, in this league, in this title chase. You know, there's always the possibility that it can happen. So you just got to be a little bit careful. So, on the left-hander. Right-hander, my apologies. And with the tyre deck being so high, if the safety car had come in straight away, Liam maybe have a chance, but it's going to be 5 laps. I think the softs are going to be able to hold out. We'll have to see though. Surely the safety car comes in this lap. The Mercedes are going to probably just about catch up. Yeah, safety car in this lap. So Connor's going to slow everybody down. We know the Connor strategy. We've seen it before. And for those of you that haven't, Bobo's got to be careful there. Overtaking under safety car. Connor likes to back everybody up, and as soon as that safety car's in, he will go as early as possible. It won't be a shock to see him put his foot down really early. Let's see then. Yep, there he goes. He's off. And Troy has gotten straight through on Liam. They are side by side. Troy's going to try and hold that inside line. I don't know if is he going to have enough. Liam's dropped down to 8th there. Didn't see it quite on the side of the screen, but that's allowed Troy to take that 3rd position. He's got a big advantage now, Troy. If he can just stay on the back of these guys. Let's just see if he's struggling here. Oh, whoa, and he's in a wall. He's out. Liam is out of the race, as you saw there. Look at that. Look at the state of his car. Front right is off. He's done. That was a disastrous restart, and we have another safety car. This is going to truly be a sprint, and you have to say another safety car is to the advantage of one man and one man only, and that has to be Troy. There we go. This is Hungary for you. We have seen late safety cars decide the race here. Before, so it's not the first time. It probably won't be the last. And if it negatively affects Connor like it did last time, I don't think he's going to be very happy. They've stayed out this time. No point pitting in. Not with 4 laps to go, and. I think 2 people have pitted in. That'd be Heller. I think maybe ZX as well. Could be an Aston, that. And I don't expect, surely the safety car just stays out for this one lap. And then everybody goes for it. Great restart from Troy there. Liam struggled on that medium tyre, and then I think he just couldn't get the car under control after turn 1, and he ended up having a touch with possibly Blue Goggy, was it, in the McLaren, and he went straight into the wall after that, and his race was over. Sure. Troy is going through the old M&M symptoms right now. His knees are weak, his palms are sweaty, but he's got to keep his cool as much as possible. He's got to, like I said, he's got a real chance of winning this race. Literally all he has to do here is stay within 3 seconds of the leader. Safety car staying out for another lap. I'm very surprised at that. At this stage in the race, this late, yeah, kind of surprised. What that means is we're going to have 2 laps, lap 34 and lap 35. So DRS won't be a factor, even though it will be enabled on lap 35, because it's so late in the lap. It won't really be a factor, and then we're going to have then 2 laps of just raw pace and see who's going to win this race. It's of huge importance not to get caught out on the restart here, especially if you're Troy. But it's also of huge importance not to get carried away and overdo it and end up smashing into somebody, costing yourself and them the race. And 2 very, very late safety cars here have really changed the fate of this race. Surely this lap it will be coming in, the safety car. Yes, we'll find out down this straight. Normally around here it'll tell, we'll know, it'll tell us. Yeah, there we go, safety car in. Again, Connor's strategy will come into play. He'll back everybody up, and then he'll go quite early, or as early as he possibly can. I think he went a bit too quick. He didn't back everyone up enough. And he went late relative to when he would normally restart and try and catch people out. We're on board with Troy. We're underway. And, Troy's not managed to be caught out. Ben and Jessic are side by side. See, they're very, very close. Jessic just managing to hold position. Got the inside line, and the left-hander down the hill. Blue Goggy taking Bobo there for 9th position. I think it's all on Troy, though. I think it's his race to win, his race to lose. All he's got to do is stay within 3 seconds of the 2 guys in front of him, and the race is won. On with a decent restart. Almost half a second, 4/10 in front. Tom could possibly take 2nd position here. And we've got Bobo retiring from the session in the pass. He's in a wall. We don't think we're going to see a safety car this late, though. I think that's it. Yeah, it's a bit late in the race for a safety car. What's if it was real life? You get they'd just stop the race or finish it under the safety car, but we won't do it on this game. Here we go then. DRS enabled. Doesn't matter. Last lap of the race. Imagine we get a Sauber 1-2 here. Because of penalties, could well happen. Tom's got to stay on the back as much as he can. To Ben. We're following Troy because I think that he's got this in the bag. All he needs to do is not incur any penalties from now to the end of the lap. Sometimes that's easier said than done, but he's just got to be calm, stay within track limits. This race is his. Tom doing a really good job here. And Blue Goggy's retired from the session. He's in a wall too. So here we go. Second to last corner. Round the last corner. Connor's going to come over the line first from JTK, but Troy is going to move into first position. Tom moves into second. Gareza moves up into third. What a front three that is. That is a bit of a mental podium. Didn't even have a chance to see everybody's time there because everyone, with the safety car bunching everyone up, everybody finished really, really close together. ZX with driver of the day. Not sure I agree with that. We'll just have a look after the podium celebrations. But what an end to the race there. We've got two Saubers, first and second. And the Alpine there, Gareza taking third. Great stuff. See, there's the benefits of not incurring a time penalty. Troy was in third. Tom was in fifth, I believe. No, sixth. And Gareza seventh. So, and they finished top three because they were clean. They didn't incur track limit penalties. It's actually really nice to see that. That's really good to see. Three drivers that maybe you wouldn't have expected at the beginning of the night to be up there, but they are up there and they are on the podium, rightfully so, and definitely a really good evening for them. Unfortunately, we're not going to see the whole of the finish, so behind them will be it'll be Connor from JTK, 4th and 5th. Well, there we go. That is, what a finish though. That was unreal there. Incredible stuff. And yeah, you've got to say, well done to the Saubers tonight. 1-2, that's going to be massive in terms of the constructors title too. That's definitely made it a doubly good night for the Sauber team. So before I go, I have to decide on a driver of the day, and I think there's only one guy that wins it, to be honest. And I think it's got to be the main man. It's got to be Troy, hasn't it? Taking the race win. So next week we have race 10, and it's Spa. It's Belgium, and all the drivers love Belgium. I love Belgium. You love Belgium. So yeah, I hope you have a great week. I hope you've enjoyed the commentary. As always, thank you to Hella High for allowing me to commentate on this league. Best league going anyway, I'm telling you. Anyway, that is it. As I say, I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you next time.